Hey everybody, welcome back to John's Firearms 705. Today we have the 5,000 round review, I guess we could call this video, on the GSG-15 Special Edition. First thing we want to do is check safe the firearm, remove our magazine, cycle the firearm a few times. Magazine well's unloaded. We're going to manually check in the chamber there with our finger. Visual inspection. This firearm is unloaded and safe for this demonstration video / review. Okay, first of all, let's tidy it up a little bit. So, I've had a full summer range season out with the GSG-15 amongst other firearms this summer. I managed to put just over 5,000 rounds through the GSG-15 Special Edition here. And I thought, you know what, I might as well do an end of the season review wrap up. What can I say? This thing is still a tack driver. I'll stitch up some video that I actually did today out at the range from 75 yards, aiming at a 6-inch steel target. And I mean, this thing with this little Fiocchi red dot, you can see one of my other videos to find out the brand and how much it was, whatever. And of course, a little Fiocchi bipod on there. I mean, this thing was hitting the steel from 75 yards every single time. Dead on, not a problem. You know, I just love it. But you know, what can I say? I've been running majority of the time. I'm running the CCI Blazer 22 long rifle ammunition. I also picked up some Remington 22 target 22 LRs, and I mean it works. It cycles them okay. I also have some of the Remington 22 high velocity. Picked that up at my local armory in the bargain bin. Pretty decent price. Haven't shot that through it yet. I even put some of these through it for some of the mini mag shot shells. It'll shoot them, however, it will not cycle the firearm. There's not enough powder in there, as well as the pattern is just all over the place. Of course, I was schooled on a previous video using the shot shell through, I think it was the Savage or the Ruger, I don't remember now. And basically, to get a decent pattern out of the shot shell, you need to have what they call a garden gun. It's basically a smooth bore 22 rifle. All of mine are, you know, regular 22s with the rifling inside. I've also had lots of fun this summer using the drum magazine. However, I find if I'm running the drum magazine, the only thing that it really likes to eat in that is this stuff, the CCI AR Tactical 22 long rifle, copper-plated round nose. Never had a problem with that. However, it did take me a little bit to get the drum mag sorted out. There were some feed issues. The string needed to do some work on. I do have another video out there where I sort out the issues with this drum magazine. However, YouTube has decided to censor it, so you need to have an account and be logged in to view that video and be over 18. But for the most part, when I take it out, like I say, I'm shooting the CCI Blazer 22 long rifle, generally using the stick magazine that comes with it. Now this thing holds, it says like 22 rounds. You can actually get 23 in there. I never load it over more than 20, okay? Just I don't know why. Since I've had this thing, I've had to take it all apart and kind of sand out in the middle of this groove on both sides because I don't know where it is, right about here. There was a little bit of a kink just from the molding and the manufacturing, but so I smoothed that out a little bit with some really fine grit sandpaper. I also extended the spring a little bit just so it has some more kick. And after I did that, you know what? I've had no problems with this magazine running the CCI Blazer. Okay, so here we are, you know, a range season later, and just over 5,000 rounds through this gun. And you know, like, what do I think about it? If you've seen my other video with the build and the unboxing on this, I got it at a decent price. However, it came with this GSG brand red dot, and it just sucks. It's just way too much glare, so I did get the Fiocchi. Like I said, I got the bipod on here. It still shoots great. Complaints I have after 5,000 rounds. In the buttstock here, we have this screw up here. Mine stripped out a little bit, so I had to remove the little washer that's in there so I could get the screw in a little farther and have it actually bite in. So I'm not too impressed with that. Where it screws into is just this punky aluminum white metal kind of bolt thing. It just kind of sucks. Also, to take this apart, you have this little screw here and one on this side. Both of those, you got to be really careful screwing them in. It just goes into plastic. Mine feel a little bit loose, so I don't over tighten them. I'd rather have something back off a little bit than strip it out. And that being said, inside the bolt, you know what, GSG, why do you make these things so finicky and crappy? Why can't it, there's got to be a simpler design. The bolt is inside a bolt housing, of course, because it just, you know, sits inside this aluminum frame. And to get it apart, the bolt housing inside there, it has 5 screws. 2 of mine have stripped out. I'm going to have to, I don't know, there's room in there. I might be able to just drill it out and put in a proper bolt and nut through the bottom of them. But that being said, that's my only real complaint is some of the screws are punky. Some of the attachments in plastic are just stupid. But I mean, you know what? As sad as it is, these things are almost what I would call a disposable firearm. I mean, they're cheap. You know, after 5,000 rounds and I don't know how many cleanings, I probably clean mine way too much, more than I need to. I clean them almost every time I come back from the range. So that probably had something to do with it. And of course, over torquing on the housing for the bolt, that's my bad. You know, same with the screw up here inside the buttstock and these side ones. Again, that's over tightening, so that's bad on my part. You know, lesson learned. But again, for the price I got this, it was on sale at Cabela's when I got it. I don't remember the price. I think it was $4.99. Of course, the drum magazine I picked up also from Cabela's. I think I picked that up. It was on for 112 or 119. But it took a lot of finagling, a lot of fixing, or I had to take it apart and redo the torque on the spring. You know, so am I overly impressed with that? Not really. But I did get it working, and I mean, it is, you know, super fun to be at the range and have it loaded up with 110. Well, you can actually get, I think, 120 some odd rounds in there, but I never went over 110. Because quite frankly, when you're at the range and you're firing, I had to switch off fingers and just like go crazy. And it gets almost a little bit boring. I mean, like, it's cool. You have people there watching. They're like, holy geez, look at this guy with a drum magazine working. Some people think the drum magazine is illegal. Till you remind them, hey, it's just a 22. Yeah, so that's pretty much it. You know, if I could go back and talk to my my younger self at the beginning of the year, would I have bought this firearm? Yeah, absolutely I would have. I got this one and the GSG-15. If I had to take a pick, I would have taken the 15 Special Edition over the 16. Just you can see another video I have on the pros and cons of both of these. But you know what? I have enjoyed this firearm this summer. Like I say, over 5,000 rounds. A few feed issues at the beginning when I was sorting out what ammo to use. And of course, when I first got it, I had to do a really good cleaning on the bolt. There's just some crud in there from manufacturing. So yeah, I would definitely buy this firearm. One caution I would throw out to the wind is do not over tighten the bolts on your bolt housing or up in the stock when you're removing the buttstock. So that being said, guys, thanks for watching. It's been a decent summer for me out at the range. I've had a blast. I brought a lot of people out there, and I'm going to stitch in a little bit of video today that I shot out at the range. Like I say, shooting from 75 yards at a little tiny steel target. And I hope you enjoy the video. Peace out. Have fun. Be safe. Cause no harm. And if you get a chance, get out to the range.